All right, so let me tell you guys the story of my first ever match in wrestling that I ended up winning. So when I first started doing wrestling when I was 15 years old, I got absolutely shat on. I kept losing matches in the first 10, 15 seconds. And I remember just coming home and literally crying. And I would end up just hopping up on Minecraft and eating a couple donuts or whatever junk food that we had in the house just to cope. It was really sad, man. And I really wanted to win a wrestling match. Now, honestly, I would have won a match a whole lot sooner had I really just taken wrestling more serious. Had I really started to use practice, to utilize technique, ask questions, maybe watch videos on wrestling. Even if I just started to lift weights during this time, I would have gotten stronger and I would have been able to actually just win matches off of pure strength. But no, I was an Oompa Loompa. This was my first ever sport, like actual sport. Not like what I did when I was younger where like you would go to soccer practice for 1 day a week and then have a soccer game at the end of the week. It was this like town thing. But wrestling was like the first actual sport where you had to come in 5-6 days a week that I actually did. So wrestling required a lot of commitment. And I didn't really have that sort of commitment because, well, I spent most of my time, most of my years playing video games, playing Minecraft, eating Doritos, just being a fat fuck. And because of that, that's why I just kept losing matches. But it wasn't until this one match that changed fucking everything for me. So I was desperate as fuck to win. And I remember there's this school that we were going up against for JV. Now, what's funny is my practice partners were telling me that this is the worst school in Connecticut when it comes to wrestling. They have a completely shitty program and they don't have any sort of good wrestling kids. So I remember one of my friends really hyped me up and told me, yo, you can win this. You can win this because this is the worst fucking school in Connecticut when it comes to wrestling. So I'm like, okay, bet. Let's fucking go. And my coach felt it too, and he was like, yo, Danny, I think you actually got this. So they actually hyped me up a little bit. And I was like, okay, cool. Yo, let's fucking do this. And obviously, like with every single match, I was still nervous as fuck. I still had doubts in myself. I still thought that, oh shit, I can't win at anything. But I was dead ass so hungry just to win one wrestling match. It really just pissed me off, people that literally started their first year of wrestling and all of a sudden they're winning a whole bunch of JV matches. It really pissed me off because I was the only person that whole year in JV that didn't win a single match. So I was really pissed off, but I was hungry, especially because this was one of the last JV matches that we had for my first year of wrestling. The season was about to end, so I had to win a match. I didn't want to go this season without at least winning one match. So bam, we get onto the mats. The match begins. We start going. We start, doing a whole bunch of crazy shit. I didn't really hand fight properly. All I did was just try pushing back and start going crazy, just a bunch of like beginner JV shit. But I actually shot. I did a double leg, probably the shittiest double leg ever. No hip movement, I wasn't putting my head properly on him at all. And I actually took him down. I took this kid down. We're on the ground all of a sudden. I'm on his fucking back and I'm able to flatten him out. And I'm like able to really just start working and getting the full Nelson. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? I'm actually like winning. I actually scored points. I think this was probably the first successful double leg that I've had. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I think the first round kind of ends there. Second round starts, and it's the same thing. I shoot a double leg again, and I actually take him down. And this is when I kind of realized, like, yo, this kid is weak as fuck. This week is terrible. I can win this. And I was holding on for dear life, trying to make sure he wasn't getting up. I was trying to hold him the fuck down so that he wouldn't get up so I can fucking win this fight. Now, in the third round, we get in a bit of a scramble. He actually ends up taking me, and he ends up scoring his first sort of points. I don't remember the scoreboard, but I think I was ahead by probably 5 or 6 points. So I was doing really fucking good. And we end up getting to a scramble again, and I end up scoring another 2 points. I think that was a reversal. And yeah, bro, I hold on to him, and I end up winning my first ever wrestling match. And I was so fucking happy. I'm like, yeah! I'm dancing, I'm jumping around, I'm like, woo! Because I fucking won my first ever wrestling match. You guys probably think like, oh, bro, that's not a big deal. That's just JV. To me, this was the biggest deal in the fucking world. I was so gassed. And I remember the referee just raising my hand. And I was like, yes! I finally won! That was probably one of the happiest points in my life. I had a bit of confidence in myself. And the first time I came home, not crying. The first time I came home, super fucking happy, listening to music, chilling in my bed, thinking that I'm the shit, I'm the fucking GOAT, I got this. Now, what do you know? Next week we have some other JV matches. Same thing happens. I lose those matches the first like 10-15 seconds, and that's pretty much it of my first year of wrestling. I ended up losing, I think probably what, like 20, maybe almost 30 JV matches, and only winning one. But because I won that one match, that actually gave me a bit of hope that I could win more matches. I remember my sophomore year of wrestling, the first JV match that I had, I actually won. And it was like the same thing as the first JV match that I had. I was super fucking happy, super fucking excited. And I was like, yes, let's fucking go. And then I started to win more and more JV matches. And, you know, then it starts to get to where like, okay, you know what? Winning isn't really that big of a deal. But you see, I had a bit of improvement going from my freshman year to my sophomore year to my junior year to my senior year. So what does that tell you, man? If you're new to wrestling, just keep on going. Even if you're losing matches, just keep fucking going. Keep fucking going. Keep trying to get better in practice. Keep trying to ask questions. Keep trying to watch videos on YouTube. Because I promise you, if you're hungry enough, you will get your first win in wrestling. And trust me, I really believe in the compound effect where if you just get that one win, all of a sudden you're going to start to win more and more and more. And then you'll eventually become a varsity starter, and then you'll start to win varsity matches. And then all of a sudden, you start to place in states, and you may even end up winning states. So just keep on going, man, and never give up. Now, I've built a Discord community for martial artists alike looking to dominate in competition. So if you're interested in joining, link is going to be in the description below, and I hope to see you there, man. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe. And remember, my boys, stay active, stay busy, most of all, stay hungry.